a stick. Empty words a dirty trick. Feeding anger, causing hate. It's time to change before too late. Rise above, break the mold. Find your voice, let truth be told. Shadows fade, light unfolds. Liberate your mind and soul. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize. Rise above, break the mold. Find your voice, let truth be told. Shadows fade, light unfolds. Liberate your mind and soul. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Let's get this thing going, all right?
Yeah, it's me, Zeus.
That's right.
Sometimes it gotta be this way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing?
Yeah, if you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more.
What you looking at me for? Let's go, let's go. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep on showing tears.
I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to hit the work.
I'm the type
all right.
to keep it real.
I'm the type to
be the deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag. I'm sick like I have SARS. Ride around fast cars. Rapping like behind bars. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs when you gotta be the boss. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. All right, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Over. It's obvious you all missed me yesterday. All right, so that's awesome. All right, good morning, happy Wednesday to all of you beautiful people out there. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. Good morning, Little Hawk. What's up, bro? But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let's take care of some very important housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. It's because the first H is because I'm honest. You might as well pretend like my hands are resting on a stack of Bibles, all right? Because that's how honest I am. I'll tell you the truth whether you like it or not, because guess what? It's necessary in order to get you to start understanding. It's time to actually start waking up and seeing what's going on in this world, right? Especially in this great country of ours. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. Listen, if I get it wrong, and as many of us have, you know what you should do? You should apologize. And it's not a sign of weakness, ladies and gentlemen, to apologize when you're wrong. That's why I brought the middle H in there. It's humility, all right? And someone told me, Zeus, you need to practice being more humble. And I said, you know what? There's nobody more humble than me. W's in the chat for Big Zeus. And the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, and honestly, this is probably one of the most important ones. It's because I am and will always remain the most handsome. There you go. Check out my features, all right? I was born like this. Seriously. Many of you know exactly what we are here to do each and every single day. It's like we're at war right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. It's really like we're at war right now, and what we got to do is hold the people who continue to support wickedness corruption, and just all kinds of evil, dirty, disgusting deeds. We got to hold these people accountable. All right. And so part of that means identifying them based on their political affiliations. For instance, let me ask, are there any Trump supporters out there? Please identify yourselves. Are there any Trump supporters out there? Let me make sure. Because I just want to say this. I just want to say this before I go any further. You Trump supporters, good morning, Q Dog. All right, because I've been annihilating Trump supporters. I got it to the point where they really do take, when I say sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, they're actually doing it. So you know what, W Zeus? Because I understand that they know how to read, but they cannot comprehend, right? I understand that they've been manipulated and that in a way they are victims. They like to pretend like they're victims. And you know what? I thought about it. They're professional victims, all right? And they're victims of Donald Trump because these people, they still believe Donald Trump is looking out for them, even though he's demonstrated to... I'm not even going to go there right now. I'll just say this. Do supporters out there this morning? Hold on. If you're a Trump supporter, please say. I'm not going to bring you up right now because I don't need to talk to you, but I just want to see if you're there because it helps me gauge how much truth to inject out into this live. Any Trump supporters out there, just identify yourselves real quick, all right? Because I got to give you a bit of a heads up, all right? Any Trump supporters? Okay, I see one. Okay, Texas. He's the one that still comes and gets it every morning because he knows what this is about. Texas, tell your buddies out there that I'm a dangerous person on TikTok, all right? Because I'm not going to sit here and coddle you Trump supporters. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to ruin your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything in between. All right, W Tara in the chat. So if you do not want me to do that, if you do not want me to ruin your morning, leave this live right now. I don't want no one in here doing any of that reporting nonsense you all have been doing. All right, why are you want to report Big Zeus? All I do is exactly what you said do. They said, Zeus, you need to get a job. Well, I'm clocking in right now, right? This is my job, right? This W Zeus. This is one of many actually. And I got to get the truth out here somehow. So if you do not like this level of truth, leave right now because I promise you it's going to get very, very, very uncomfortable for you. All right. But get this. You don't trust me because I'm a Democrat and you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
I'm going to start today's show off by discussing a conversation that I just had. This is in real life. And I understand where we're at right now. So I understand a lot of you Trump supporters, you want to see change in the United States government. You feel like, things have just been going a certain way in this country and it's time to shake things up. Is that kind of the feeling you got, you Trump supporters out there? You feel like the government's bloated and you just feel like you've not been getting a fair shake the past few years, decades perhaps, and you've created this world and the enemy in your mind is the Democrats, or as you all like to say, DEI. And so what was brought to my attention, this is a real conversation that I had. Zeus, don't you understand? He's saying no tax on tips. We need that. This is what people are telling me out here in the real. This is, capping credit card interest at 10%. Zeus, we need that. This is what they're telling me. The new thing, if you make $150,000 or less, no taxes. Zeus, we need that. All right, lowering our grocery. Zeus, we need that. Zeus, we need our utility bills cut in half. We need this, Zeus. And I don't understand why everyone is upset with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And I said to this person, now you got to understand, okay, because I do a little thing called rapping, all right? And you know what this is about. And I had to break it down to this person like this. I said, you got to understand the difference between a hotline and somebody that's actually delivering. Name one of those things that you need that Donald Trump has actually done. Because I could come up with a lot of clever lines. So it was brought to my attention. And I'm fast forwarding through the conversation. And I got to send you Trump supporters straight to hell for this. Especially you black ones. It was brought to my attention that Donald Trump, his campaign was going to go down in American history as probably one of the most successful mixtapes ever released by a politician. This is what it was. It was a mixtape full of all kinds of clever lines and promises, and it did a number. It did a number on the minds of you black folks out there. Blagger specifically, but not just Blagger, a lot of you. Y'all don't understand the difference between a hot line and actually getting real work done in the United States government. And it's this disconnect that's got y'all in a terrible, terrible situation. I went further and I said, so if you believe that the government is corrupt, think about this, MAGA. If the government is corrupt and Elon is getting all these billions and billions and billions of dollars from the same corrupt government, does that mean Elon himself is corrupt? Wouldn't that make if you're getting money from a corrupt entity, then you are also now engaging in corruption yourself. So this is where the pause came. Oh, well, so I had to break it down and I said, let me just ask all of you out there, and I want you all to be honest. If I gave you $400 billion, are you going to tell me that every single one of those dollars all the way down to the penny will be clean? I mean, seriously, you got $400 billion. And I said, just think about it. Well, Zeus, isn't it funny that Elon is talking about waste, fraud, and abuse everywhere except in Tesla, Starlink, right? SpaceX. Ain't no waste, fraud. And I said, I could come to your house right now and find waste, fraud, and abuse if you want to play it that way. How many of you out here got an addiction? How many of you out here drink and engage in social recreational activity? We all know we could find waste, fraud, and abuse in every situation. So that's not what this is about. This, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, is it's the mixtape being dropped to throw you off of the crimes being committed. I mean, any of us who can actually think for ourselves and see what's going on, that's what it is. He's dropping a mixtape that's full of lies, but good lines. Some of the best lines I've heard, but no actual follow through. So the conversation ended with this knucklehead telling me, well, Zeus, we got to give him 100 days. May 1st, Zeus. If Donald Trump doesn't deliver on his promises by May 1st, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna zip it, and we're gonna have a tough conversation. And I said, you know what? Fine. That's a bet I can't refuse. And so what I'll do in between time, all right, is this. I'm gonna warm up this lake of fire because I don't need 100 days to see what's happening. We all know he's a criminal. The judge is already telling Donald Trump, we need to talk to you, champ, because you're doing a lot. All right, so the proof is out there that he's a criminal. But you folks, y'all got to learn the hard way. And so, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we got to send you Trump supporters straight to hell because y'all still believe the lies that he's told in his mixtape. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame. I don't buy it.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
Simply put, I got to get this on the record, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get this on the record. And this is a video called Why Donald Trump and Elon Musk Are Destroying Our Federal Government at Record Speed. And these are just random videos that you can find. But trust me, the source is 100% clean, all right? But I want to get this on the record. Some of you may have heard it, all right?
They made an agreement to support each other to get the White House so that they could each avoid going to prison. The very first place that Elon Musk raided was USAID, which was conducting an investigation about Starlink and Ukraine. He immediately went to USAID, shut it down, had his crackhead code data guys go in, take all the hard drives, and gets little Marco Rubio to go along with it. The reason they're moving at such rapid speed, dipshits, is not because they're trying to save money. It's because they're destroying evidence that could incarcerate them. And that is the blood bond that these two morons have together.
You hear that? All right. And so let's not pretend like it's not that, ladies and gentlemen. And so with that, we're going to move on to the next thing. How many of you saw Elon go on Fox News, Sean Hannity yesterday? And basically they're saying that he is, people are telling, and I don't know, I got to ask, is Elon battling an addiction? Is Elon Musk on something, ladies and gentlemen? Just yes, because I don't want to say something that's not true. But is he on something? I just got to ask the audience. Okay, an overwhelming amount of you say yeah. So add that to the mix of if you think Elon is running a company that's no fraud, no waste, no abuse is occurring in, then I have questions. And these are legitimate questions, especially to you brothers and sisters out there that voted for Donald Trump, especially you, Red Lady Red. All right. Is Elon using any of this money to go pay for that stuff he might be on? You know what I'm saying? Because this is starting to hit home. This is starting to sound like stuff I've seen actually happening in real life. Like, wait a second. Does Elon have all these baby mamas too? Oh, so you taking the money from the government and you using it to finance this rap lifestyle. Okay, see, it's one thing when it's your money, Elon. Like, if you ran a business that didn't have any funding from the United States government and you were literally just getting it out of the mud, I would say, you know what, my hat goes off to you. But those are taxpayer dollars, Elon. And now it makes things a lot worse because the last thing I think... Wait, Texas. Did he say, what's wrong with having 4 baby mamas, Texas? If you're doing it off the strength of your hustle, right? Because I get that. I mean, listen, I'm Zeus. I understand that lifestyle very, very well. Okay. If you're doing it, you're getting it out of the mud, Texas. Honestly, it's not my cup of tea. I don't recommend doing it. 14 kids. But Texas, here's the problem. In all seriousness, I don't want to finance that. Texas, do you want to finance those 14 kids? Any of you Trump supporters want to finance a man hooked on stuff? And I'm not talking phonics. Right? Okay, so, all right, Texas, thank you. All right, I'm going to give Texas a round of applause. Because, see, Texas, now you're starting to tap into the emotion that I'm feeling. So we're financing Elon's lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to America, where the taxpayers finance Elon Musk's lifestyle of being on God knows what, when it probably is illegal, or he's paying a doctor a lot of money to prescribe it. You know how they do that. Where he has 14 kids we know about and multiple baby mamas. And we, the taxpayers, are financing it. That's why it's a problem for Big Zeus. So when Elon does things like this, and you all saw this on Fox News.
Why do I see people like I woke up this morning that Teslas were put ablaze in one of your dealerships in Vegas? I've seen this happen all over the country. Bullets are being fired. Charging stations are put ablaze. Teslas are being put ablaze. You have experienced assassination, threats of assassination for you and your family. What have you done that warrants this? Because I see nothing that you have done except help our country.
Before I let Elon answer that question, let me ask the audience, can anyone think of anything that Elon Musk may have done? And keep it clean, please, because I don't want anything dark. Honestly, what has Elon Musk done to warrant people, basically not liking him? Because the thing is, he went from being a very someone people really looked up to and liked to someone that people don't seem to like much. What has he done? Oh, the salute. Okay, so the salute that basically linked his company to the mustache man. Okay, I can understand why Americans don't like that, and a lot of you I see are the cuts. Okay, so let's see if Elon Musk is honest with the American people. All right, let's see if he actually says, Because Sean Hannity asked, well, what did you do? Let's see if he gives one of those answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful.
Okay.
I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things.
Okay. I got to stop Elon right there. Oh, my God. Well, Elon, first of all, I can tell that you might be on something, because this is like you in the, you go to those meetings, AA. Many of you know what I'm talking about if you've been there. And your first day in there, you got to actually come from a place of, I need help. And Elon is not doing that. So, Elon, whatever you're on that got you feeling like you're Superman and you got the kryptonite, it's not working, champ. So that's the first problem. The second problem, how do we know it's linked to the Democrats? Right. I mean, Elon, if you have any evidence that the Democrats are doing this, by all means, please let me know, because last I checked, the Democrats' polling numbers were in the toilet, right? Our polling numbers were in the toilet, and Kamala Harris blew through a bag of money with her campaign. So we're broke and we're not polling well, Elon. So where are you getting this information from that makes it seem like the Democrats somehow are super organized in order to pull off stuff like this? The second thing is, you said you haven't done nothing. Well, the people in my chat, they don't seem to think that. They seem to believe that you've been running around here acting like a terrible, terrible human being. And honestly, Elon, you can't say you haven't done nothing, bro, when you got 14 kids with multiple baby mamas. And I'm even hearing from them that you've done some terrible things, Elon Musk. See, Elon, you think Zeus is a fool. You know how, and I gotta say it like that because, when I was growing up and you did something and your parents catch you and you lied to them, you know what they say? You think I'm a fool. You think I'm one of your little friends. And then you get in trouble. So Elon is making me feel like that. Elon, I'm not new to this. I'm actually kind of true to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to give Elon any more dignity. I'm going to stop him dead to rights right where he's at and say, Elon, get help, bro. Get help. Because we all know you are addicted. We all see the baby mamas and the cars and none of this stuff is adding up, bro. And if you're trying to really help us, where's the $5,000 that you supposedly said we were going to get as a result of you trimming the fat, bro? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to warm up the lake of fire because once again, I'm not buying the mixtape Elon is selling. Not at all. I need to see cash in hand. It doesn't count until the money hits my account. And that's a rhyme for your behind. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Elon straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And anybody that still believes in Elon Musk after this show, you deserve, honestly, whatever happens to you, because I've tried my best. We really are trying our best to wake your minds up. All right. These people are lying to you, selling you mixtape dreams. All right. In order to continue to commit the crimes that you see them being, you see these people committing. Now, the next order of business, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much I got to get through. There's so much I got to get through. And I got to talk to the people out there, too, that want to come up here and talk to me. Because, this show is also successful, not just because of what I do, but because of what a lot of you do. All right. Actually, W to all of you in the chat. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for sharing this show out to all of your friends, because honestly, this is the kind of truth that needs to get out there. What we're doing, I went and spoke to one of my friends. She's a doctor, Dr. Keisha Davis. I don't know if she's here, but, they said, Zeus, what you're doing in a way is, and I'm paraphrasing quite a bit, but you're injecting these people with dopamine reactions, all right, because of the truth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go and talk about Donald Trump and his interview he gave with Fox News' Laura Ingraham. He knows, and he must have knew that I was going to be on him like white on rice because he had a very important phone call with Vladimir Putin. And I don't know, but did we get a ceasefire? Did we get a ceasefire yesterday, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm talking about the ceasefire he's been bragging about. Did we get it? Did we get the ceasefire? Yes or no? I don't want any of that gray stuff in between. No. So what's your reason for not getting us the ceasefire, Trump? What's the reason? He goes on to Laura Ingraham, and we're not going to go through everything because this is too long, but we're going to go through some parts that I think need to get on the record.
Christine, let's talk about just the reaction to what we're seeing.
Hold on. Here we go.
8 Sleep's Pod 4 is truly incredible right out of the box. Installation.
A few hours ago, I sat down with President Trump in the diplomatic room at the White House. We talked Doge, China, illegal immigration. He even told us what he sees for Barron's future. But we start tonight with the big news, his conversation with Vladimir Putin. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We got a readout of your call with Vladimir Putin, and it was a fairly optimistic take. Vladimir Putin agreed to a ceasefire immediately on energy and infrastructure, but not to a 30-day ceasefire. Tell us what happened.
Well, you have a situation where you have a lot of guns pointing at each other foolishly because it would have never happened if I were president. That was not a war that was supposed to happen. And
so that's the number one. He's already in the red, and he's not going up. He's actually going down. You can literally watch Trump's poll numbers, ladies and gentlemen, begin to plummet as he tries to explain how he failed at the art of the deal. All right. He said, what did he just say, ladies and gentlemen? It would have never happened. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. The live is getting reported. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? We're gonna do this. Let's go. We're gonna continue. All right. You don't know what's going on. You know, TikTok is just being weird lately. It is what it is. W Zeus in the chat. Going too hard in the paint. Let's continue.
It did happen. So that's where we are. And right now, you have a lot of guns pointing at each other, and a ceasefire without going a little bit further would have been tough. Russia has the advantage, as you know. They have encircled about 2,500 soldiers. They're nicely encircled, and that's not good. And we want to get it over with. Look, we're doing this.
So what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Donald Trump made a lot of claims, or as I like to call them, a lot of lies. All right, so let's just go through these lies together real quick. He says that it would have never happened if he were president. And this was not a war that was supposed to have happened. W Black in the chat, all right? This is an unverifiable statement, all right? 2, Russia had the advantage. They have encircled 2,500 soldiers. I just wanted to say this is a lie as well due to the lack of evidence. There's no confirmation of this at all. He says there are no Americans involved. And this basically is a lie because obviously America is supporting Ukraine, right? W in the chat, thank you so much. He went on to say that they did not talk about aid in Ukraine. Well, that's a lie because guess what? We do not have the details. And this is the whole thing that Putin is actually upset about. You mean to tell me that aid is the one thing Putin is on, saying this has got to stop. You got to stop. And that it never came up. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. He said that we were not respected. We were being laughed at. Again, this is what they call an unverifiable exaggeration. He says Obama really forced Russia and China together through energy and bad energy policies. This is a lie, and it's what he's doing is it's called oversimplification. He says China has a much smaller population than China. Now, does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? China has a much smaller population than China. He says he stopped the Nord Stream 2. It was stone cold dead. Biden approved it immediately. This is a lie as well, and it's exaggerated, and it is factually inaccurate, all right? And again, if you go and look up all of this stuff, you'll start to understand why Donald Trump is, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, he's just a mixtape specialist, all right? He says nobody has ever heard of Nord Stream 2 until he was president. Again, there's no proof of this. And then we get into some of the other stuff about, his crimes and things like that. Let me see if I want to talk about that. So I want you all to know the answers to those lies. Now let's hit play real quick.
No Americans involved. There could be if you end up in World War III over this, which is so ridiculous, but, strange things happen. And I think we had a great call. It lasted almost 2 hours. Talked about a lot of things and toward getting it to peace. And we talked about other things also.
Was there non-negotiables mentioned by Putin? It was reported that, I think the Kremlin media actually stated that he demanded an immediate cessation of aid to Ukraine in order to get to this multi-step deal.
No, he didn't. We didn't talk about aid. Actually, we didn't talk about aid at all.
You hear that?
We talked about a lot of things, but aid was never discussed.
Wow.
In the readout, it also stated that both sides want to get to an improved bilateral relationship, the United States and Russia.
That's true.
How can we trust that Vladimir Putin actually wants that, in that he's not also being influenced at the same time by his close friend, President Xi of China?
Well, look, we have our own discussions with President Xi of China, and he wants to get along also, and he's looking to get along, and we're looking to get along with him. And we will. We have a problem with trade where we have a very big imbalance with China.
See, here we go.
With Russia, we don't have that much trade, and they'd like to, and we'd like to also. They have some very valuable things for us, including very big forms of rare earth. They have a lot of earth. They have a big chunk of real estate, the biggest in the world for a country by far. And on that, they have things.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're not getting is the deal. We're not seeing the art of the deal. Actually, you know what I'm going to call it? The art of the steal. Russia is stealing from the United States, and Donald Trump is basically turning a blind eye to it. We are literally the laughing stock of the world. But what I want to get to, ladies and gentlemen, is this relationship with Putin and all these dictators. I mean, is this acceptable for America, ladies and gentlemen? Just listen to what he says. We're going to jump ahead.
See you as my enemy. He said that very strongly. But with all of that, I had a very good relationship with Putin. I had a very good relationship with President Xi, a very good relationship with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Lots of good relationships. And that's a positive thing. That's not a negative thing. But at the same time, I'm about our country. So that's why we're talking about tariffs. We'll be taking in trillions of dollars.
I want to get to the tariffs in a minute because
So he has a great relationship. Isn't that funny that he has a relationship with all of our adversaries, right? But then he also lies and said that somehow he's looking out for America. That's a doggone lie. And you all know this. Why do y'all continue to allow this man to lie to you like this? Now, the most important part was what happened with Justice Roberts yesterday. Watch the lie he tells.
First hit the other big news of the day, which was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court issued what a rare statement about your suggestion on Truth that you posted earlier today that Judge James Boasberg should be impeached after he ordered those deportation flights to El Salvador halted, essentially turned around. The Chief Justice said it was more than two centuries. We understood that essentially impeachment was for very rare circumstances and not an appropriate response to rulings you disagree with. What's your reaction to the courts stepping in to make a statement here? They didn't make a statement when Joe Biden decided to forgive all those student loans.
Well, he didn't mention my name in the statement. I just saw it quickly. He didn't mention my name, but many people have called for his impeachment.
Okay, so now he's saying that Justice Robert didn't mention his name. Well, who was he talking to? Who was Justice Roberts talking to? See, I tell you, the level of deception, the lies, the misinformation. He is literally doing this because he knows that he is in trouble. You don't get to say stuff like that. You don't get to say stuff about people that are in the judicial branch of government and not have to deal with the reaction. And this is his justification, ladies and gentlemen. This is the justification that Donald Trump seems to believe he's allowed to do whatever he wants to do.
of this judge. I don't know who the judge is, but he's radical left. He was Obama appointed.
Okay.
And he actually said we shouldn't be able to take criminals, killers, murderers, horrible, the worst people, gang members, gang leaders, that we shouldn't be allowed to take them out of our country. Well, that's a presidential job. That's not for a local judge to be making that determination.
Okay, so I'm going to stop Donald Trump right there. So he thinks that he is local law enforcement. Is that the job of the president, ladies and gentlemen? Is the president of the United States supposed to be dealing with low-level criminals like he's talking about? Is that what we need him to do? Because I never knew that. Now all of a sudden, he himself is a criminal. And he says his job as the president of the United States is to go after criminals. Well, I don't know how he stopped, how he went past the person that he sees in the mirror. How did you do that, right? He should have got rid of himself. And so obviously it's another lie. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're going to do? We're going to warm up the lake of fire because no one buys what Donald Trump is selling except his deranged supporters who are hell-bent on destroying this great nation of ours. And we're not going to let them. We just can't. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Let's send them straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
Now, obviously, I've been cooking and booking this morning, and you know what? I think we're going to take a time out, and I got more content, but I said, you know what I got to do? Let's see if there's some folks out there that still support Donald Trump after this annihilation that I just did. All right, W's in the chat for Zeus. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat, and I'll bring you right on up here. Seriously, we don't got all morning to do this, all right? And the question really is, why do you still support him? Because he hasn't delivered on anything. Name one thing Donald Trump has delivered on. I promise you, we'll listen to it. I'll give you a good minute or two to actually get it out because, you know, I want to give people the opportunity to get it out, right? But we're going to go ahead and do a deep dive on it. And I promise you, by the time this conversation ends, you'll find out you were up here believing a bunch of lies and a bunch of misinformation. So listen, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'm going to bring you up. And we're going to have very, very, very tough conversations, all right? Where are the Trump supporters at? Especially if you're a Trump supporter, you know what I said? If you're a Trump supporter and you just bought a Tesla, that would be awesome to talk to you because I wanted to know how did you all of a sudden become a fan of EVs? Seriously. Oh, let's see. Where is the MAGA demon? You know what? W. Rick in the chat. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, please. Are there any Trump supporters out there? Seriously. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll see you. I'll see you, and I'll bring you right on up here. I've been doing this. I'm an expert at what I do. MAGA Demon. MAGA Demon. Have we talked before? Have we talked before, MAGA Demon? Yeah. See, they know right now that the jig is up. Trump delivers lies. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, look at this. I think MAGA Demon ran. Okay, let's see what MAGA Demon has to offer the American people, ladies and gentlemen, because this doesn't take too long. Good morning, MAGA Demon. What brings you back to the kingdom?
Well, we've talked before, you know. I don't understand why you're pro ceasefire or anti ceasefire now when Biden didn't work ceasefire deals between Russia and Ukraine, it takes a lot of diplomacy, takes actions and things like that, he had many years to get that done and didn't, what's the timeline for success for Trump if Biden couldn't get it for years? I mean, he couldn't even get those astronauts from space, Trump rescued them.
Trump. Did he put on a cape and fly out to space?
I mean, he should have, he should have personally gone up there and greeted them and retrieved
Why do you think he didn't?
Because he's probably working other things like, bringing down egg and gas prices against, federal judges.
What's all that banging in the background? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is it like a lie machine in the background, working? Is that what's going on?
what is there, like federal judges to like raise gas prices and egg prices and order the return of criminals to the United States.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Astronauts to space,
demon, MAGA demon. We've spoken before, and you know what I don't stand for are lies.
Yeah.
What? So
do you stand for federal judges? Blocking the progress of America?
What? So no. If they're blocking legitimate progress, then I would say, you know what? Why are they doing that? And I would have my concerns. But here's the concern that I have. Don't you think you need to start holding Trump accountable for all of these promises he's been making you? I mean, why hasn't he signed one executive order to bring down the price of eggs? Why hasn't he signed any executive orders about making price gouging when it comes to these grocery stores illegal? Why hasn't he signed any executive orders capping our credit card interest? I mean, this man has literally signed hundreds of executive orders. What is your real answer?
First 50 days of office, has he accomplished more than Joe Biden did at 4 years of office?
And
why
again,
did he personally sign documents and not use a RoboPen to like sign legal binding documents? You mean
the auto pen?
Yeah, robo signing.
No, it's called an auto pen, but you said robo pen. So what we're doing is we're having to bring you back to earth, and it's a struggle for you to deal with reality. I see it.
Is that going to take 9 months also to bring me back down?
When does the golden age begin?
Yeah. Last time I looked up, presidency is 4 years.
Did you answer my question? So you don't have any answers about when the golden age begins. You believe that he's done more in these so-called 60 days than Biden did his entire time in office. Yet you still have no answers as to when do the egg and the grocery prices start to come down. When is credit card interest going to actually start being capped at 10%? When is there going to be no tax on tips and no tax on overtime? When? If he's done so much.
Yeah, when the measures get passed, but why are you crying now? Shouldn't you have been crying a year ago, a year before that, a year before that? Your buddy Biden, why didn't he know tax tips? Why didn't he know tax overtime? Why did he raise egg and gas prices?
Demon.
It's like it's Trump. Who's only been in office, 2 months, you want to hold him accountable for Biden's failures.
Demon, you can't keep making excuses at this point, bro.
Oh.
Okay, you can't
for 4 years,
no,
right?
No,
like Democrats.
No,
right?
Demon. You cannot show up and your answer always be the Democrats or Joe Biden. Because Americans,
we gotta make excuses, and that was acceptable.
Got it. Okay, so Demon, here's the rub. I don't think you're a serious person. I think that you are possessed clearly with the MAGA demon. All right, and again, I think you're probably better off just listening to Big Zeus. All right. Because you've been dealt a bad deck of cards, a bad bill of goods. You have nothing to offer us here today. Whether you want to believe it or not, you have nothing to offer us. Right? Mm-hmm. Nothing besides more hopes and more lies. And
I don't think you have any principles.
Huh?
I don't think you have any principles.
No. I actually do. But you don't have anything else to offer us, right? You don't have any proofs that any of the stuff he's promised has actually happened, right? And
tell me one video that you did demanding a ceasefire from Joe Biden between Ukraine and Russia.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
so as long as I make you're
in office.
So wait a second. As long wait. So I get what you
done instantly.
I get what you're saying now. As long as we make videos about things. That's all that matters. Whether or not it gets done is irrelevant. But if I made a video about it, that would have made you feel better. You would have
No,
voted. You would have voted for Kamala Harris.
Show that you don't have a double standard. I'll say that.
Oh, so that doesn't translate into
the
any
Biden low bar standard, and then the.
Okay, well, here's the deal. MAGA demon. I understand that the truth is not in you, and you have a serious case of Biden derangement syndrome. And at the end of the day, the only cure to that is for you to acknowledge that you have been manipulated and misled by your dear leader, Donald Trump. Are you willing to do that this morning? Because you haven't brought anything to Big Zeus that I can actually, it's nothing you've given me is tangible. I can't walk away from this discussion and say, wow, MAGA Demon has taught Big Zeus something. Nothing. Everything you're giving me is speculation. It's hyperbole. It's all your opinion, bro. And it's the same old tired song. Americans are out here losing their jobs. Inflation is going through the roof. His policy on tariffs has made the stock market basically come crashing down at record speed. We're not getting better. We're getting worse. We are literally a laughing stock of the world. He's not negotiating anything with Putin. He said he was going to get a ceasefire. He got nothing.
Are you
zip zero zouch?
War? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is
we don't want to work towards a ceasefire.
No, I want results. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, this is MAGA Demon. MAGA Demon. Unfortunately, bro, you got nothing except for more lies and excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send MAGA Demon where he came from, straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
It's like Donald Trump says about his supporters, right?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it, MAGA Demon? Which one is it?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Why is it so hard for you to just simply acknowledge that you got nothing to hang your hat on yet? Like I said, May 1st we're going to give them the 100 days that they've been begging for, right? These Trump supporters, they're literally on their knees begging Democrats, just give Trump 100 days before you say anything else. Okay, and I said, okay, the game, set, match. May 1st is going to be hell to pay in the United States. All right, because after that, there's not going to be any wiggle room. Why is he not delivering on any of these things? And if you want to sit back and say, well, W. Rick in the chat, by the way, if you want to say, and I'm being very, very serious, if you want to say, he's getting resistance from, Congress or the judicial branch, make no mistake, that's unacceptable. The Republicans are currently in control of all three branches of government. You can't keep saying it's a weaponized DOJ when it's his DOJ. You know what I'm saying? This is seriously his time to shine. And even if it's illegal, he should make executive orders to cut credit card interest down to 10%. Even if it's illegal, I want to see him do it, right? He should be able to do it. It's not like he cares about laws, right? I want to see him do what he can in the executive branch. Even if it's illegal, I want to see him take out the corporate greed in these grocery stores and say you're no longer allowed to charge X amount of dollars for this and that because anything above that is waste, fraud, and abuse. Even if it's illegal, I want to see him do it. But it just blows my mind that he can't bring himself to do any of the stuff he promised y'all in his mixtape. But he sure does have a lot of time to do all this other stuff, become the chair of the Kennedy Center. Oh, yeah, I got time for that, and do publicity stunts. Oh, yeah, I got time to revoke Hunter Biden and Ashley Biden's Secret Service. Oh, he got time for that. Oh, I got time to get into trade wars with our neighbors in, Mexico and Canada and the EU. Oh, I got time for that. I got time to beat up on Zelensky in the White House. But he has zero time to deliver on those campaign promises that you Trump supporters claim y'all need. He ain't had time to cut the checks, the $5,000 Doge checks. Have any of you Trump supporters got a $5,000 check from Doge? Remember they were getting on my app, Zeus, $5,000. That's a lot of real money, Zeus. How could you be against that? Well, because I'm not going to get worked up and I'm not going to get excited about something that I know will never happen. Now, look at y'all. Y'all sitting out here sick. Water about to be cut off and still ain't got a check for $5,000. How many ways can Donald Trump make you Trump supporters look like a bunch of idiots and a bunch of fools before you realize you are in deep, deep trouble? All right, you know what? I'm going to bring up somebody else before I get my blood pressure going again, ladies and gentlemen, because this is some sick stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing, sis? How are you doing?
Zeus, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. You know, just weathering the storm as usual. All right, W. Shay Luke.
You know, Zeus, I knew that they was gonna try to give Donald Trump and Elon Musk credit for those astronauts coming home. First of all, we need to say from up there. If you got to go somewhere and take your own oxygen, you ain't supposed to be there. That's number one.
Facts.
You just ain't. You ain't finna find nothing up there. Ain't no other life forms up there. Let it go. Cut it out.
Thank you.
But I read an article yesterday because I was on this news outlet and they was all saying, thank you, President Trump, and thank you, Elon. And this guy posted what the people said that were involved.
Right.
And basically what he was saying was it had nothing to do with Donald Trump. That this was already in the making, and they added those two astronauts on the trip. And I promise I'm gonna go back and find the article. I was actually looking for it so I can read to you what those people said.
Okay. Yeah. So this was nothing Trump originally thought of on his own.
Absolutely not.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. He's not original.
Absolutely not.
So MAGA Demon, look at that. You got up here bragging about something President Biden did. W to Keisha in the chat. Every lie you got, it's going to get debunked in record time over here, you Trump supporters. I don't know why y'all still try. It's really getting out of control.
It's getting out of hand, Zeus. It really is. Just like Donald Trump said on that interview with Bucky Beaver, because that's what I call Laura. And she tried, because you know her teeth, she need to get that overbite fixed. She make enough money where she could have went and got some braces by now.
Yeah.
But anyway, can't even close her mouth. It just sit out the opening because she Bucky Beaver.
Right.
And she could have been tried to say that Trump tried to say that Judge Roberts did not call his name.
Yeah.
Trump, stop.
Thank
Stop
you.
it.
Thank you.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Zeus, I don't know how people sit up and interview him and just sit up and just let him tell blatant lies and try to use reverse psychology and just make excuses and seem like he just doing a great job and everybody else was here.
I tell you.
I saw the press conference that Putin was doing. Donald Trump was waiting on him to make the phone call. Did you see him fan off the reporter when it said, this the time you supposed to be talking to President Trump? And Putin fanned his hand off and said something and the crowd started laughing. I said, that man ain't stand on.
He made him wait 2 hours, they said too, right? Didn't he make him wait 2 hours? You know, you do that kind of stuff when you got...
See, I don't just watch our news because our news ain't gonna tell you everything. But I sat there and watched that press conference that Putin was giving, and the reporter said you're supposed to be on the phone right now with President Trump. And he fanned it off, started smiling, and said something, and the crowd started laughing.
Wow.
And I said, you know what?
What's that?
That man ain't standing on Trump.
No, not at all.
But what about a complete ceasefire? Because you said in one day.
Yeah.
That you gonna get it all stopped.
Did we get the ceasefire?
No.
Failed. Another failure.
No.
This is the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It's embarrassing, Zeus.
Yeah.
But I hope Val here, because I'm sure Val probably read the article I was talking about, and maybe he can expound on it, because he might know more
I think Val is
than me.
here.
But I said, I'm going to go back and try to find it. I read it on I think it was on ABC 3340 news site.
Yeah.
And somebody put what they said, and it had nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Yeah, because Donald Trump is a weak leader at the end of the day. He's hell-bent on all of work, getting revenge and not delivering for the American people at the end of the day. And at this point, what do you think it's going to take for his supporters, honestly, to wake up and realize that the jig's up and that no one's believing it?
They're not gonna wake up, Zeus. If you
They're
just
going to hell.
let's
Yeah.
be honest with ourselves, they're not gonna wake up, Zeus. I told you the other day they think everybody be lying but him. So no, they're not gonna wake up.
Nasty. It's a sad situation, but unfortunately, you're right. And you know what I was thinking about? I said, you know what? Somebody has to go to hell, don't they? Right? W Takesha in the chat. Somebody got to go to hell, and it's the Trump supporters. It's very clear.
And I don't know where they see why they talking about this stuff cheaper. Cause I go to Walmart and I ain't seen nothing drop.
Mm-hmm. You ain't seeing nothing drop yet? Well, the egg prices, according to some of our friends on the right, the egg prices have came down $2.
When?
You haven't heard that?
When?
There's a lot of people out here that are saying the egg
Because
price.
it's not in Alabama. It's not in Alabama.
$4. Wow.
It's not in Alabama. They need to stop lying.
Tell them.
Maybe it's a MAGA store.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody got cheaper eggs since Trump got into office? Please identify yourself. We would love to see this because they are super. They're scared now. I can tell right now. These people know the jig's up.
But it's one more thing, Zeus. Did you see that executive order he signed about segregation?
I heard about it, but please educate the American people on it.
Where now,
it has to do with the businesses, right?
Private company businesses can now do separate water fountains, separate eating places, and all that. They said that there are still laws that will stop that from happening because we got civil rights laws. But the fact that you would sign something like that should make the blaggers feel really, really ridiculous today.
I read about this. Yeah. They can now do the little you drink at this fountain and you drink at that fountain thing. And so what I want to do is make sure every blagger folk out there understand. Don't come talking to Big Zeus about this issue at all. When you end up being on the other side of that, and you find out, they put something in that water, but they water don't got that in it. And you know what they do? They put lead in that kind of water. When you end up getting that in your system and things start happening, don't ask us to actually come to your rescue because guess what? You voted for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell them. Thank you, Takesha, for bringing that point up.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, this a mess here.
All right, it is. It really is. But you know what? We're going to keep getting the truth out here to all of these people. Seriously, all right? And thank you for bringing that up. Ladies and gentlemen, W. Takesha in the chat. No lies detected. Thank you. So what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is we get the truth out here because these Trump supporters, they know they have really nothing to hang their hat on, especially the black Trump supporters. We've done a number. We offer rehabilitation services over here. We offer DEI training. And at the end of the day, we keep the door to the floor. All right. And make sure every single American out there, especially MAGA, understands we're not going to just surrender this great country of ours to these people who are hell bent on destroying it. Now, if you are a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat. I don't use water fountains anyway. If you are a Trump supporter, please identify yourselves. All right. Thank you. I try. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and I'll bring you right on up here. We don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is serious business. Some of us, if you go to the gym, they have water fountains, and I understand it. And some people bring their own water bottle at the end of the day. But the thing is, they're confident now. They're proud to be out and about and openly racist right now because they know no one's going to actually stop them. All right. I saw it on yesterday. They feel okay. It's okay to say things that normally they wouldn't say in public now. They're coming out and, oh, yeah, I'm going to say this word. And what are you going to do about it? And Nine times out of 10, you're not going to do a single thing about it, especially you blagger folks, because you know at the end of the day, your hatred for yourself, for this country, has you in this situation you're currently in. All right? Let's go ahead and bring up the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you see what we're doing right now? We got a lot of people up here. Oh my God, let me bring up my good friend Nutty. All right, Nutty, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. You got a lot of news covered today.
Yeah.
So
very important.
yeah. Go ahead, brother.
No. You go ahead.
So I missed the show yesterday, but I heard it was a fantastic show as always.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You know that HBCUs are under attack in this country. They always have been. So
right.
It's nothing new. And you know that MAGA, that's the first thing that they want to say when they come up and they talk on black issues. They say Donald Trump, he funded the HBCUs. They don't even know what HBCU stand for. But they've learned the acronyms, right?
Ain't that something?
So, I told you all several weeks ago to buy some stock in Orville Redenbacher.
Because
the popcorn prices are going to be going up. So, right. So, because we're all going out. We all bought popcorn with the extra butter, and we're just going to sit back and watch these MAGA and Blaga fools just self-destruct.
They're self-destructing.
This is going to be self-serving today. This is just for me and my family. So,
right.
Link in bio. My niece plays. She's a freshman at an HBCU.
Oh.
She plays volleyball for Bethune-Cookman University.
Mm-hmm.
And they are raising money to compete internationally to play in Costa Rica.
Okay.
So they're raising money. And how are they raising money? They're selling popcorn. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
An HBCU selling popcorn.
Wow. Nice.
So I'm asking all of you wonderful people in this wonderful kingdom, Zeus, see, this is me bowing down now. Guess what I'm about to do?
Go for it.
Guess what I'm about to do? Including Triple H himself.
Thank you. You Nutty in the chat. That'll get you up very far in the kingdom. But when you get up here and you do that other thing you like to do, it's bad for business. And I'll be honest with you, I got to say that to you because you're like a brother, and sometimes you got to give them tough love.
Listen. See what I won't do for my precious niece, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I won't do for my precious niece. But link in bio, y'all. Go support. Go support BCU, Bethune-Cookman University, so these women, these young ladies, can go overseas and light it up on that volleyball court.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the link is in the bio, ladies and gentlemen. And please, if you can support this amazing opportunity to invest in the next generation, please do it. All right, W Nutty.
And they're selling popcorn. And MAGA, I know y'all like popcorn too, so y'all can even go support an HBCU since y'all think Donald Trump did.
Yeah.
Here's your opportunity to really do it.
Yeah.
Because we know that Donald Trump really didn't.
And
we keep telling you that.
Telling them.
But this is your opportunity to make up for what Donald Trump was lacking.
Thank you.
He lacks a lot.
So
that's
true.
why he talks about. That's why he keeps talking about Arnold Palmer. So you know what? So
Get him with
that
it.
being said, I'm gonna hop in the
comments
because I know I'm gonna want to come back up because you're gonna get somebody crazy today.
Yeah. They might, but what I've done, Nutty, and not just me, all of you, we've destroyed MAGA. We've how I was talking about breaking in, making their will snap, right? Their will is starting to snap because the judge, Justice Roberts, he rebuked Donald Trump out of this world. Did you see that? Justice Roberts that rebuked.
I did, and I heard the clip that you played because the one thing that Donald Trump did say that, of course, his minions are gonna keep.
Yes, he did trash bait.
they're going to keep, saying it over. Well, he didn't mention my name. Well, who else called for the impeachment and removal of a federal judge? And one of the things that Donald Trump said, and I just want to segue here. A federal judge is not a local judge. That's that.
Tell him. Yep.
A federal judge is not a local judge. And, it's a shame that the Chief Justice is just now speaking up. But I blame that same Supreme Court. Because if they wouldn't have given Donald Trump presidential immunity, saying that he can do whatever the heck he wants to do, we wouldn't be at this fork in the road.
Yep.
We wouldn't be at this fork in the road where he thinks that he does not have to comply with the judicial branch.
Yeah. Tell him, Nutty.
We have 3 co-equal branches of government for a reason. We've already had one other branch of government give their power over to the executive. This country is doomed if the judicial branch does it.
Yeah.
And we will not do that. No.
Exactly. We're not going to allow the constitutional crisis to actually prevail. And this is what's going to end up happening. And I really do believe this. I honestly think Donald Trump might get impeached seriously because I just can't see a criminal like him having any respect for the rule of law. And that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Zeus, I guess that's why you're the head of this kingdom, because I'm not that optimistic.
Oh.
Because we have I mean, have you seen our House of Representatives?
Yeah.
Have you seen our Senate?
But you know what they did? They did bring Elon to, hey, Elon, you need to come back in here because we're getting our behinds kicked at these town halls. A lot more pressure is coming on these people because they're afraid of being primaried by Elon, but they're going to end up primarying themselves if they don't get it right.
And I just don't see them doing it, man. I don't see them doing it.
We're gonna talk May 1st. Listen, there's this thing out there, the first 100 days.
First 100 days, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna be having a lot of tough conversations after the first 100 days. W Nutty in the chat.
Hey, one more thing before I go.
Hit him with it.
So JC, and it's just a shame that he's using Christ's name in vain like that. But why is it that he's also now trying to sound black? He's like, stop the cap. Bro, you don't even know what cap is. We ain't talking about a baseball cap. We ain't talking about Zeus's cultish Nike cap that he's wearing, because we're all in a cult, right? So why are you?
Because he's a culture vulture. That's what I said.
He is. He up there, stop the cap.
Yeah,
come on, man.
He thinks he's black. I mean, and this is MAGA right here, ladies and gentlemen. They really run around here acting like they black. It's the most bizarre thing ever.
It is bizarre. But I'm sure you're going to get these demons up in the comments. So let me get out of here. And, I'm just going to enjoy this show today.
All right.
Hit that link in bio.
All right. W Nutty in the chat. No lies detected. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. All right. And we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on. All right. But you got to be willing to be honest. All right. So look at this. This is the ultimate MAGA, and this will take no time at all. You've been requesting to talk to me. You've been requesting. What?
Hold on a second now. Did you hear about your boyfriend Harry Sisson?
No. What happened?
Yeah, he was taking naked pictures of women.
Oh, listen! Don't you can't talk like that. What is that guy?
I heard he passed them around to you. Is that true? I heard he passed them around to you too. Is that true?
Nan. Wow.
I know you love Harry. I know you love Harry. You trying to be just like Harry? I told you, Democrats don't.
Hey.
Democrats
Okay.
only want white people. Bro.
Okay. All right. So you know what I said, and maybe you didn't hear this at the top of the show. You voted for Trump, right?
Yeah.
You have no room in this discussion.
I got plenty of room.
No, because you resign your ability to speak on moral issues, right? When you voted for this guy, Donald Trump.
Name something.
I said when you voted for Trump, you took away your ability to speak on moral issues because he's immoral. He's immoral, right? Where were you at when E. Jean Carroll brought her? Wait. Where were you at when E. Jean Carroll brought her case?
I don't believe nobody that comes forward 30 years later, bro.
Okay. So this is my reasoning.
You're gonna tell me that a billionaire.
What about the 26 other women?
Where they at? Did they go to court? No.
No, but you came up here. I got some dirt on somebody else on TikTok Zeus, who's a Democrat. Yes. But you ain't got no court case. Do you got a court case or anything like that?
But it's true. All the women have come forward.
But do you got any court cases?
I'm just telling you that.
So you don't have. Okay. So this is why I say.
Around in it, bro.
Well, listen, that's why I say you've lost the ability to actually speak on anything moral because you voted for one of the most immoral people out there.
Hey,
so
we all know that stop the cap means stop exaggerating because you exaggerate all day long, bro.
Yeah, okay. So you have nothing new.
I'm blacker than you.
Okay. Well, listen, you know what that is.
White saviors. They call you Sambo.
Okay.
Sambo for short.
Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen.
Sambo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Trash Bait, the worst of the worst on TikTok. He thought he had some dirt, brought it to the kingdom, only to find out that he has nothing at all. Once again, he's getting played like a fiddle. To the Trump supporters, you've lost the ability to speak on anything of moral value because of your vote for Donald J. Trump. I just want you to know that. And it's hard for me to take you serious, honestly. So Trash Bait, stick to doing what you're doing, which is trying to be a culture vulture, right? You think you're black and you're not. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Trash Bait straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
Now, the truth is, I've seen things out there about that situation, but, you know, when you're dealing with MAGA, sometimes you gotta catch them like that. But the truth is, I've heard about that. But like I said, MAGA, I don't really want to hear anything from you. And it's because of the way that we are in this country right now. We got way more important issues. W. Marissa in the chat. We got way more important issues right now. We are literally on the verge of World War III. And I've covered a lot of territory that I've been talking about. You know, we're not getting any of these ceasefires. As a matter of fact, we got the reverse of a ceasefire with what happened over there in Israel and Gaza. We got the reverse of a ceasefire. This world is on fire. This country is on decline. And what does this knucklehead want to do? This knuckle dragger, WDAC in the chat. What does this knuckle dragger want to do? Come up in my live, pretend like he's black, and start complaining about Democrats. When are you going to get out of this rut that you're in, bro? You are an evil and a very wicked and a very deranged human being. And that's a disrespect to human beings out there, right? I don't know what you are. You're a creature. That's what you are. And it's sickening, to be quite honest. We want relief at the pump when we go to the gas station. We want our grocery bills lowered. We want our credit card interest capped. Actually, I want my 401k to go back to where it was before he started doing these ridiculous tariffs. W. Rick in the chat. Do not come up here and speak to us about anybody and their conduct and their behavior if you voted for Donald Trump. It's a zero tolerance policy that I'm just going to have to implement. I do not listen. And listen, these people, you know what? Since he opened up that can of worms, since Trash Bait opened up that can of worms, I got to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you some information, and some of you may have heard it, of it. A Minnesota state senator, Justin Eichhorn, was arrested for allegedly soliciting, folks who are underage for things that are inappropriate. A Republican. And I want to know where that knucklehead that just got into my box. Oh my God, it's the second time I got reported. Wow. Where's that knucklehead that got into my box? All right. Oh my God. Yeah. So the backstory is he is one of the Republicans who proposed a law to classify Trump derangement syndrome as a mental illness. All right. And so let's listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, real quickly. And we got to get this on the record.
Breaking news right now. Minnesota state senator just arrested, accused of soliciting a minor for prostitution. 40-year-old Senator Justin Eichhorn is a Republican representing Grand Rapids. Bloomington police say that detectives posed as a 16-year-old girl and arranged to meet with him in Bloomington. Well, he was arrested after arriving in the area of the meeting spot. Eichhorn was booked into the Bloomington jail, charges pending now with the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. And the Bloomington Police Chief Booker Hodges is saying in a statement, quote, As a 40-year-old man, if you come to the orange jumpsuit district looking to have sex with someone's child, you can expect that we're going to lock you up.
Now, Trash Bait, are you still there? I want to know what you think about that. Every MAGA accusation is truly, ladies and gentlemen, a MAGA confession. Where are the Russian bears at? You know who these people are. Zeus, I protect the children. How come y'all never, ever talk about this? But y'all got so much time on your hands to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. Hunter Biden's a grown man, lived his life. Ain't nobody worried about that. But if he did commit crimes, you know what? You gotta be held accountable. That's how you get back. But not one time have I seen any of these folks on the right bring up situations like this and say, this is unacceptable conduct. You would rather chase your tail. You'd rather talk about a Democrat like Kamala Harris. You'd rather talk about President Biden and his mental stability, even though you have no proof that Biden is mentally incompetent. None. Oh, you never heard of it. This guy right here. He's never heard of it. Isn't that what Donald Trump says every time he gets caught doing something or hanging out with somebody? Like, Jeffrey E. Oh, never heard of him. Y'all got the same lies, the same playbook. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Let's warm up the lake of fire once again and send these Trump supporters. Y'all are so disgusting. Y'all are so evil. Y'all are so corrupt. And you hate me because I tell the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Yeah. And so, ladies and gentlemen, again, they have no answers. Every time they get into power and these kind of positions, they end up basically exposing who they really are to the American people. It's sad, it's sick, and it's disgusting. And I want nothing to do with it, ladies and gentlemen, seriously. All right, let's bring up the next panelist. If you're a Trump supporter, put one in the chat, and I'll bring you right on up here. Seriously, we don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen, to do this same song and dance. Seriously, put a one in the chat if you're a Trump. Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom, you don't have anything really honestly to offer us. Seriously. All right, Queen Flea, what do you got? Good morning, Queen Flea. How are you? How are you doing this morning? Good morning. Yes. How are you? You said you got some Doge info for us, huh?
Absolutely, super easy. For the cost of an envelope and a stamp, which you can get at the United States Postal Service, while you're still working with us. Jamie Raskins came out with a way to easily assert your rights to your information. Okay. I just had a tooth pulled for what's that called? An implant, Zeus.
Okay. Stop it, Marcia. Stop it. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's called the Privacy Act Access Request. You can go to Jamie Raskin's website, I imagine, with the words Privacy Act Access Request to pull up the 3 pages. 3 pages of, and you know how the bureaucracy works, Zeus?
Right.
We have to inundate this Doge office with actual envelopes. You can't send it email. You have to send it through the United States Postal Service. Okay. And it's 3 pages, and on the last page you sign your full name, your mailing address, your preferred email address, your date and place of birth, and that's all. And then on the last page, well, I guess the last page, you write your email address, you write your actual physical address, you sign it again, and then you assert, you say, oh yeah, this is me and this is my complaint.
Right.
Okay, so put it in an envelope, which you can get at the United States Postal Service, an envelope with already a stamp on it.
Good. All right, there you go. You got the instructions. And what you're talking about is ways we can go about holding Doge accountable.
Absolutely. You know, I understand that paperwork is key and essential in this moment. If you can't go out and you don't want to go out and protest, you can do it this way. And this is actually for your benefit.
Amen.
This is asking for your who's taken your information, your private information,
Yeah.
and taken it and used it.
Tell them, and we got to get this done in terms of being able to resist. This is actually what I call a crime regime. This is a crime regime. All right. And so whatever you can do to put pressure on these folks to be held accountable and be transparent about the conduct and their actions, you got to do it. All right. Some people protest. I get it. Others do what you're doing. All right. What's the website address again? Once again?
Well, it would be through Jamie. I got it through Jamie Raskin. I saw a TikTok.
Yes.
And I went ahead and did it. And so Jamie Raskin, and I heard that you can't really just directly go to his website. You have to put in Privacy Act access request, right?
Got it.
Or Doge complaint. I think you can get research it on
So you're going to go to Jamie Raskin's website for more information.
There you go.
There you go. All right. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there and really be citizens of this great country and do your civic duties. It's very important.
And it's First Amendment rights. You're asking that you confirm that Doge, USDS, and members of Doge teams or other Doge-affiliated individuals will comply with the requirement that no agency may maintain records cross-referenced with information about how I have exercised my rights, guaranteed by the First Amendment.
Got it.
Please, people, for the price of an envelope at the USPS, do it. Print up the 3 pages, sign it, and send it in.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Queen, for the PSA announcement. All right. I appreciate it. We're going to move it on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, W Queen Flea. W Queen Flea in the chat. Yes, power to the people and no lies detected. I mean, you see how easy that is, ladies and gentlemen. You get in, you deliver the truth to the American people, and then you get out so that we can move it on and keep saving a lot of these beautiful souls out here that want to be saved. And then there's those that are out here that are just, what I call them hell material. All right. Again, W Queen in the chat. Do we have any Trump supporters in the chat? Please put a 1 in the chat and I'll bring you right on up here. Why are the Trump supporters right now, ladies and gentlemen, terrified? They're terrified because no matter what they try to complain about, no matter what they try to make look like it's something it's not, we're going to expose them at every single level. Like that previous guest, he got in here and he thought he was going to bring some dirt up. But guess what? We had the dirt on him and his party. And then guess what he did? Oh, I never heard of it, Zeus. Yeah, right. You heard about it, but you didn't think we heard about it, so you didn't want to bring it up. Now that we've brought it up, quiet as a church mouse. And that's exactly what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing the fire to them, whether they like it or not. All right. Now let's move it along. Yeah, Privacy Act access request Doge. All right, let's bring it on to the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Oh my goodness. Deluxe Brand. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. What brings you to the show?
Oh, the previous guest, he thought he had a gotcha.
Yeah.
Robert Preston Morris was Trump's former advisor. He was his spiritual advisor. He also was a pastor of a mega church, and he was just indicted on SN, a teenager also.
That's another story. That's another Gateway Church, right, Val? Oh my gosh. So we got 2 today, ladies and gentlemen, 2 stories that involve MAGA Republicans doing not just immoral things, but criminal things. Criminal and immoral. And these Trump supporters haven't said a word.
Well, birds of a feather flock together. All right, that's all I had. Have a
all
great
right.
day, everybody.
All right. Deluxe Brand 313. W's in the chat for Deluxe Brand. Tate Brothers. That's some wild stuff. Silent. Marsha, are you still in the chat? Red Lady Red. How come y'all never talk about any of this stuff, right? How come y'all never bring up any of these indiscretions and crimes that are going on right in your own face, right in front of you? Not one time have you actually said this is an issue. Morals don't matter to MAGA. Yeah. And we see that. Aisha, come on up here. You've been patiently asking me to bring you up, all right? Magtards. Aisha, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Zeus?
I'm all right. How are you?
Baby, I see you lighting the people up. I be seeing you on Dame's Live. I feel like I don't want you to lose no brain cells dealing with that man.
Oh, dang. Oh, my God. Well, I'm not losing any brain cells. But what I'm doing is injecting them with a bunch of dopamine over there because they can't always think for themselves, right? You've been over there. Do they got anything going on over there that's, noteworthy that shows that, they've been, their lives have been made better?
They sticking to their story. They sticking to their story. I was in a mega live. I think it was yesterday. Well, not a mega live. It was a mega that came on there, and I brought up the one of your other guests brought it up because I was asking to come up because I wanted to share that with you about the executive order that he was signing to do the segregation.
Yeah.
And I brought it up, and this young lady was like, "Oh, here we is with the I think she said pro-blackness." I said, "Baby, it's not about that. It's about the fact that you're gonna get even if we can't even get it passed, you're gonna get a bunch of idiots who feel that they're superior, and they're gonna pull this stuff, and we're gonna start a whole WAR because we not our ancestors. You're not gonna talk to me like we crazy."
You ain't.
But the same token, I'm gonna say this: don't threaten me with a good time. Because I'm gonna throw something out there for your guests.
Wow.
For those who live in the city of Chicago or the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
If you're looking to go grocery shopping, we do have black-owned grocery stores.
Oh.
So if you live in the city of Chicago or in the surrounding suburbs, Forest Park, all of that, I'm gonna share it on my page.
Okay.
But it's a grocery store called Living Fresh.
Okay.
And literally black owned. It's owned by a black church. They got everything. We good for supporting our own.
Yeah.
If we don't support our own, so don't threaten us with a good time.
Thank you.
We don't have to go to Target.
That's what we need to tell these folks.
If you gotta roll up in Target for whatever reason, get the black owned products. Help them out so that they can get out of those stores and get their stuff. I was explaining to people. People was like, "Well, Tabitha just gonna have to deal with it." No, she has a contract with Target. She will end up owing Target a lot of money if she doesn't sell her stuff. I used to work in retail. That's how I know.
Tell them.
You have to make a certain quota amount of money in order for them to keep you. When she made her announcement and said, "Okay, this is what they gonna do. I gotta get my stuff out of there."
Yeah.
So she only had 1 year left, and I think it's this year. And
Right.
so once the contract is over, she can do what she want to do. So it's like if you got some favorite people and you cannot buy from their website, or they don't have a website and they just have a contract with the store itself, help them out, support them so they can get out and then keep going. We don't got it because Target is already losing billions of dollars because Pastor Jamal Bryant, he that 40-day fast from Target.
Amen.
He putting Target on his back.
Amen.
That's the honest truth. So if y'all want to support your own, go to your black owned businesses.
Yeah.
And look, I even encourage our allies, the ones that support us, support that. But look, don't be sitting here drinking this MAGA juice because, baby, this is a mess.
Amen. Amen. That's a warning. Thank you. That's a warning right there. Aisha in the chat. This is what we're talking about. We're getting the truth out here. And what was the name of the woman again that you said?
Tabitha Brown.
Tabitha Brown.
Black-owned products in Target or just black-owned products And if they have a contract with Target, and that means that they don't have a website, but they have a contract with Target to make a certain amount of quota. Just go in there, support them, and then come on out. Yes, we do know Target will get a percentage, but the owner of the product get the biggest percentage.
Amen.
So, with being said, support them so that they can move on in and out.
There you go.
So that's how we're gonna do it. Cause look, don't threaten us with a good time.
Amen.
I don't drink out of water fountains anyway. I get my Ice Mountain case, Ice Mountain, and I move on. I ain't drunk out of water fountain since I was a teenager.
Tell them.
I don't know.
Tell them. W. Aisha. Tell them.
I didn't see all the other stuff because sometimes Trump, baby, I'm like, I need a break from that orange man.
Yeah.
But you be dropping some gems, so I had to come in and support. And I was like, oh, please let me up because I know you only be up here a certain amount of time. And sometimes I don't get a chance to get up here.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me get up here. That's why I'm like, please let me up so I can say this.
Well, you made it today, all right? So I appreciate that, all right? Seriously, all right? Now, listen, I got to move it on, all right, Aisha, ladies and gentlemen? W Aisha in the chat. This is what we're doing. We're getting the word out and promoting black businesses, all right? Because that's what it's going to take to survive what's coming. All righty then. All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I got you. Okay, another round of applause. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. And what we'll do is we'll bring you right on up here, and we will get to the bottom of whatever is bothering you. All right, and we know exactly what it is before you do. All right, so don't even try it. All right. All right, let's see what do we got, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Looking into the chat. Yeah, they get real quiet when you start showing them their hypocrisy, all right? And they know that they're a bunch of hypocrites. They know that everything that they've been saying and that they've been pushing is a bunch of lies. Yeah, they're soft. I have to agree. They can't take feedback. All right? And this is what makes it a situation for them. They know it. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat. There you go. Look at him right here. Look at this knucklehead right here. This guy keeps coming back. I don't know why.
Because it's so much fun to cook you. So.
Yeah. So what do you need?
So I ignore 99% of what you say, but you said something very, very interesting. You didn't say it, but you seem to think that you can decide what people's morals, values, and beliefs should be. Why is that?
I don't think that's my role. Where did you get that idea from?
Because you say other people's morals are wrong. Who are you to judge that?
Well, we have laws in this country, right?
Laws and morals don't go together.
Well, in some cases they do. The situation. Like, why haven't you brought up this guy in Minnesota?
Because I don't know who he is.
Well, I gave you information, but I
think it's disgusting.
Okay,
there you go. I think it's disgusting.
Okay, well, why did it take you so long? And do you think what Trump did is disgusting? See,
what did Trump do?
Oh, E. Jean Carroll and the 26 other women.
Okay,
is that disgusting?
Yes.
You struggled to say that. You see what I just did?
It is because
I was waiting for you to
hold on. I was waiting for you to say that he graped her. I was waiting for you to say he graped her. So that's what I was waiting for.
No, it wasn't about the actual crime. It was about it being morally wrong and reprehensible. And I'm glad you agreed.
Did I say it was morally wrong?
Well, you said it's disgusting. Okay.
It's disgusting.
Okay. So how do you justify voting for somebody that does things that are as you and I agreed are disgusting?
Because he's not a Democrat. The worst Republican is still 1,000% better than the best Democrat.
All right. So you're willing to, and you know what they say, you're willing to die on that hill?
Sure.
Well, guess what? Somebody has to go to hell. All right.
I want you to do one thing for me. Can you do that?
It depends.
Can you admit you think you're a god?
Oh, okay. That's easy to do. Hey, Tiny Tank Top Tim, you're a disgusting human being. And as far as I'm concerned, you're a vassal of transgression, which makes you a prime candidate Well, hell. Now you're gonna get on TikTok and say a person, right? This is what he just said, that has been doing nasty things that involves minors is better than the best Democrat. You know what, Tiny Tank Top Tim? I gotta give it to you. Every day you manage to find out how to go lower and lower, and I don't know how you do it other than the fact that you're clearly a sick and twisted person. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we gotta do. Let's send them straight to hell. That's MAGA for you. He goes lower. He goes lower every day.
You MAGA.
He goes lower every day. And again, these are the people that y'all align with, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. This is typical Trump supporter behavior. Good morning, Val. Nice to see you, bro.
Morning.
Wow.
Hey, Tiny TikTok Tim. Don't come up here and say you cooked anything when you don't even know you throw out the seasoning pack in a bag of ramens. Okay, buddy? You don't know shit.
Thank you, W Val in the chat. Wow. Well, I mean, you see what we're dealing with right now, Val. You can sense it out there. The tension. His supporters, they don't seem to have much going for him right now. Is that kind of your assessment, W Tara?
No, they're definitely fighting within themselves, right? I mean, when you come up and you try to make excuse for morality, and that wasn't Tiny TikTok Tim wasn't the first one to do that, right?
Nope.
So when you come up and you want to talk morality,
yeah,
I mean you've lost already. I mean, Tiny TikTok Tim, look, you can try to say that we want to try to account for other people's morality, but that is rich.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, from the party that wants to shove religion down everybody's throat.
Yep.
Okay.
Talk to him.
That's where the line is truly drawn. So that's when somebody's really trying to determine somebody's morality. But if you want to come up here and argue that there's any kind of moral argument against SA,
yeah,
against harming children,
yeah,
and try to use the excuse that I don't know him, sir, let me tell you about this Gateway Church pastor.
Speak on it, Val.
This Gateway Church pastor, for most of the entire campaign running up to 2024, was considered and called Trump's spiritual advisor.
Wow.
Okay? And you want to come up here and talk about morals? And then you had somebody come up here and want to say, or write down in the comments, well, look what the Democrats are doing.
Yeah.
Second. Let's talk about that a second.
Yeah.
Anybody that's been accused of that in the Democratic Party has been pretty much kicked out.
Yeah.
Damn near instantly. So I don't know where these type of, arguments come from, because there's definitely a difference on how one holds the other accountable.
Yep. It speaks volumes, right, Val? When their common thread is they don't know who this person is, they've never heard of this person, but they always seem to know all the dirt the Democrats got going on. What do you think about that? He said that person that did those things is still better than the best Democrat. What are your thoughts on that?
It tells me where your moral standard is. You know what I'm saying? It tells me that you really have no moral standard. Is the reality, because there's a line, right? We all have lines.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to morality, that's what we're really talking about. What's the line in the sand morally that I just can't get behind you anymore? Okay. And well, that line in the sand for Donald Trump was many, many, many years ago, even before he was in president for me.
Yeah.
Okay. The man was immoral long before then. And, if you doubt that, hey, there's this cool little thing out there. It's called TrumpFiles.org.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It is everything this man has been involved in been in lawsuits for every piece of paper that exists on this man his entire life. And if you can go look at that and think that there is anything morally redeemable in this man,
wow.
I don't need to know you either. I mean,
Thank you.
Because all you're doing is making me look immoral by having you around.
Yeah. They said, and someone wrote in the chat, and you still couldn't win an election. What does that mean when you say stuff like that? Why do they keep bringing up that, Val? The whole,
it's because they think this is a football game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They think this is USC and Texas playing. They don't know that no matter the outcome of that football game, I'll be okay tomorrow. Government doesn't work like that. Our decisions and our outcomes when it comes to our government will affect us for the rest of our lives. And the decisions, and you're seeing that right now, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing what's happening with our Constitution under constant attack right now. Our judges under constant attack. Our three branches of government under, trying to be tore apart.
Yep.
This is what you're seeing right now. And all at the expense of the American people, because in the end, that's what it comes. Y'all think it just affects these men and these people up on that hill? It doesn't. It affects all of us.
That part.
I mean, there's people out there now with the things that he's doing in other countries and countries putting travel bans on Americans and stuff like that.
Right.
There's people that are actually having to relook their vacations. Okay? Because they're not going to go to the places they wanted to go. Okay? These are the things that are actually happening to real American people. There's people's jobs actually being lost right now in real time.
Well, those are waste, fraud, and abuse, Val, according to what they say. It's waste, fraud, and abuse.
The only waste, fraud, and abuse that you can actually put a real number on right now in Washington, D.C.
What's that?
Says Doge on it.
Oh! Good morning, Shay. How are you?
Good. How's everyone?
Oh,
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, but we're doing the work.
Live yesterday, though. Yeah,
Thank you, and that was on the backup account, right? That was on the backup.
That was awesome, man. I was like, wow, masterclass as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Val, how are you, sweetie?
How you doing, Shay?
Doing good, my friend. Yeah, that's the thing. I just sit here and I go, where's the bottom for MAGA? Where's the bottom? So you have Conor McGregor that was invited on St. Patrick's Day, who brutally raped a woman so badly that she had to surgically have a tampon removed from her.
Wow.
So they invite him. I mean, is there no other good Irish people to pick on St. Patrick's Day? I mean, are we kidding? Then you got the Tate clan. Okay, the Tate brothers, which I can't even go into. You thought Conor McGregor was bad enough. Go look up the Tate brothers. And on video, them talking about using a belt on women and forcibly, all that.
Wow. Hey, but they don't they don't like child trafficking, right?
Oh yeah. What about the child trafficking? Remember all that? Yeah. Stopping the border and all the missing children, and why don't the Democrats ever talk about child trafficking? Trump was the only one that did that. But meanwhile, he bails the Tate brothers out of Romania and brings them here.
Wow.
I mean, we could go on and on.
W Shay in the chat right there. I mean, it's the hypocrisy, right? It's the ignoring of the crimes that gets them into this situation with us.
Exactly. There's no pictures of Biden with Epstein.
Nope.
I mean, what about, okay, so here's what the funny thing is. They're so excited. They're releasing the Epstein files. Flop. All freaking redacted. Same stuff Biden released. Blop. JFK files. It's coming.
I've seen less black lines on stuff for, what was the name of the place? Where the aliens landed. There was less redacted files on that.
Right? I mean, and now the JFK files got released. Blop.
And then they said it was the same files. It was the same files Biden released, right? So
exactly. Same files.
Y'all are getting duped, MAGA.
Yeah.
Getting duped. And that's why they're right now sitting here going like, oh my goodness, we are in a very, very bad situation right now in this country. And their pride is actually stopping them from actually doing the right thing, right? Which is they know Donald Trump should resign right now, effective immediately. He needs to resign. They need to go ahead and force the issue and say, you know, we got to impeach this guy because he's in there. He's taking a wrecking ball, him and Elon, to our government. And we realize that he lied to us. Will they do it is the question.
Well,
the world. Sorry, Val. The world is responding to. I mean, he says it's the Democrats. Elon does with the torching of the Teslas. We don't know what the political affiliation is, but we can say that's not only happening here; it's happening in Europe. Germany's torching them. Germany at 90% down. I mean, Tesla is losing its stock to a point where the board is asking him to choose between being in the government and running Tesla. So he is being asked to make a choice, and he is almost in tears. You can see him like literally wanting to cry over this whole thing. And it's because he keeps getting involved with the far right.
Right.
That's the response. So if the Democrats are fighting against white supremacy and schmozzies, go Democrats.
Amen.
Go
amen.
Democrats.
I can't bring up more guests. What's going on? Is there a limit now?
I wouldn't think so. Usually you have
maximum. Yeah, if it says maximum number has been reached, I don't do. But normally it doesn't do that.
It's a new thing.
Oh, maybe it's just my live because I did get a little bit of a warning earlier. So
but you brought up a good point a second ago. You were talking about the pride, right?
Good morning, Lex.
We talk about pride a lot, but is it amazing to you that what is supposed to be, and they keep saying the party of God, right? And the pride.
Attacking.
Oh my Lord, here we go.
I know, I love that background.
But it's the pride that's the problem, right? You can't be the party of God in full of pride. Read the Bible, please.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, we saw the CPAC a couple years ago where they had the rune as the stage, the golden statue of Donald Trump that people were praying over. I saw a picture of Jesus standing behind Trump, but whenever the artist played a joke, it was actually Charles Manson. These things, I don't understand the disconnect between morality and these people's ideology of who they vote for when they completely ignore every single thing that these people do. Now, Shay, I can't be serious looking at that.
Shay.
Okay, I'll change.
Shay, seriously, some of us still haven't eaten breakfast. All right, and that is, and some. I don't know if I can after thinking and seeing that right there. You should delete that, Shay. All right, I would say W Shay, but I can't. You should delete that out of it.
Even do that, Shay.
I'll just put the baby Trump up. How's that?
So let me guide you towards something. What did Tiny Tank Top, whatever it is? Number one, the first thing he comes up here is because he doesn't get attention in real life. Zeus, you're his shining star for attention.
And I know that, honestly. I do. But there's a lesson being taught here as well, right?
Yeah, but part two of that is he's one ham sandwich away from Valhalla.
I was going to tell him, Lex, if he gets those ramen noodles out, you know what I'm saying, since he's so interested in cooking, if he pulls some spices, a little bit of garlic, you know what I'm saying, some different spices, some paprika, sir, you might change your life.
Yeah.
Well, people get mad whenever they say that I'm fat shaming or something like that. I can literally show you a picture of me in 2009 where I was 275 pounds.
Wow.
So I've lost 100. I lost 120. Hold on one second.
God damn,
Let me show you this.
That's amazing.
Good. You look amazing.
Yeah.
There you go. W. Kabira. Wow. That came out of nowhere. Thank you so much. See, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You know they get mad when you do that.
While he's looking
I have
for
to
his
scroll back.
picture. You know, the thing is this: what Trump does and what Trump supporters do right afterwards, he attacks judges.
Mm-hmm.
He did in 2015 with the Hispanic judge born in Indiana with the fake university, and now he's doing it again. They only attack judges when they side against Trump. If they side with Trump, they leave him alone. They don't attack their families and so on and so forth. You know, what's really disgusting is Trump is going after judges doing the jobs. He does not think that that they are above him in regards to the legal aspect. He thinks he's above them.
Yes.
Also with that essaying guy.
Yeah.
You know that we have Russian bears that won't say a word about that, and they'll let Trump off and everything that he's done inappropriately. Also, as you get stuff sent to you, I get stuff sent to me.
Right.
They're saying that the Democrats are paid off with money, but you know what they forget, Zeus?
What's that?
Hold on, I'll show you what they forget.
Where? What money? That's my question.
They forget that Elon Musk donated $288 million to Trump's re-election.
Wow.
And they're saying that the Democrats are the ones being bought off by the rich, but yet they forget that Elon Musk, and he just recently gave him another $100 million for doing a TV ad for his car at the White House. Look at Lex.
That's not you, bro. That's you?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's definitely me.
Not only did he lose weight, he grew hair.
And hold on a second.
Now I can't invite him. Now I should be able to. Oh, go for it.
Here's the after picture.
You grew some hair too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my barber got tired of me coming to him once a week.
Nice. I guess I can
look like a totally different man. It's incredible, babe.
Look at that. I can do more guests now. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
We've always been able to do that.
No, I had a warning just a quick second ago, honestly, that said for some strange reason it was an issue. But you know what? We're back to now.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, panel. How are y'all today?
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap the show up with a bunch of nice.
Back up the big screen.
Yes.
What's going
on? That's me in 2008. That's the first picture. But hold on one second. Here, I'll show you.
Guy coming out. Yeah.
Bam.
Okay, so I can show you the.
That's dedication. Dedication and determination, man. Way to go.
Yeah, I've been skinny. I've been in shape for going on 13 years or 14 years.
Nice.
And the thing is there you go.
Bam.
Okay, that's enough.
DJ.
Hey, okay. Now I'm gonna.
If you exercise, you can lose that.
You're competing with Zeus. You
Yeah, Lex. That's enough, Doctor. Yeah, that's enough, Dr. Lex. All right. We won't have any of that. Ask Nutty. You better fall in line with what Nutty's doing. All right. Otherwise, it's gonna get real ugly, real fast. All right. WW Zeus in the chat. I'll take credit for all of that.
Why do you have to bring my name? No. Why do you have to bring my name?
Here, I'm a married lady.
Lex.
Y'all stop this shit.
I need the big screen,
brother.
You don't. Hold on, Nutty. The old white guy's got to show off.
Oh, wait a second. Who's that?
Whoa.
We don't need it. We got to keep it clean.
Guy.
We got to keep it clean. Attacking. No, listen, bro. Listen, you guys.
That's the old white guy.
I'm gonna really need y'all to stop.
I just want to tell my brother Lex, look, you look good, brother. See, I ain't got nothing for you because my journey hasn't been as long as yours, but in the last 3 years, I've dropped 200 pounds.
Okay, I can give you that. But keep the photos off.
Yeah. I don't like looking at those photos of myself. I just keep them around to motivate myself never to go back.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm not at that point that Lex is at. He'll
see, the thing is though, is once you get to a certain weight and a certain lifestyle, it switches. Your metabolism switches, and then you start just like me now. I'll lose weight faster than I can gain weight. So I mean, just stay with it. Just stay with it and drink a lot of water.
Yeah, but we want to promote people being healthy, and that's a good thing. I agree. That's necessary.
But another thing, Zeus, we're having a nice conversation with no arguments and being happy, and you're still going to have people come in here wanting to disrupt and be angry.
Yeah.
They can't stand to see us still happy because they think they won.
Yeah.
When the resolve of real Americans cannot be defeated.
I love that. I love that. And I think that's the most important thing about what we have going on here. No matter what they try to do, no matter what they say, it's amazing that we're all still able to come together, right? From all different parts of the world, different backgrounds. It's really, ladies and gentlemen, this is really what DEI is all about. Right here. You see it. And thank you for pointing that out, Dr. Lex. Now, I brought up additional guest Q Dog, Antifa. I brought you back, the political novice, and Andrea. How are you all doing this morning? All right.
Good. I'm so excited to be actually on your show. I watch you every day.
Oh, really?
I do, and I also follow you when you go into other debates. So I'm so happy that you brought me up.
Wow. Well, honestly, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for the continued support and engagement. Well, do you think what we do on this show, Andre? I'm going to start with you since we're already talking. Are we promoting hate on this show? Anything like that based on what you see? I'm just curious.
No, you're promoting facts and a lot of education from what I see.
Thank you. All right. Love you, Andrea.
Sometimes those facts, man, they burn. Some people don't like the facts. And, if you don't like facts, then might be one of those demons. So.
Yep. That's where we're at. All right. I appreciate it. All right. Good morning, political novice and Q Dog. What do y'all got to say? Because we've gone through quite a bit today. I sense that whether we're talking about what's happening in these town halls, right? I don't know. I'm assuming you're all following them. Whether we're following these broken promises that Trump has been offering his supporters, are they at a point now where they're starting to realize it might not actually be, it might not happen what he's saying?
Well,
you want to go first?
Oh, whoever want to go first, it doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to add, I was listening to the radio here in Atlanta yesterday, and they made mention that the court system demanded that 25,000 government employees were to go back to work, to be reinstated yesterday.
Right.
That was on B103.
Yep.
They know that it's coming. The time is coming. They always say the steady drip fills the bucket. Not gonna get that bucket filled in one day. But we coming. Trust me. The work that we're doing is getting heard, and it's going across America. This guy's time is ticking. It's coming. Trust me.
Thank you. That's why I said.
Hey, Zeus.
Yes.
Check I just sent you a message on your DMs right here on your TikTok.
Okay.
And it's, Tom Tillis' phone line. Have you heard that?
No.
Prepare your ears. I mean, there's people calling from his constituents in North Carolina.
You DM'd it here on.
I sent it to this one you're on right now.
Oh, okay. You might gotta text it to me. Are you able to text it?
Here, let me see if I can do that. If it cuts me off, just bring me back up.
Will do. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, Zeus, right quick, right?
Yes.
Right quick. I was listening when you was telling Nutty that.
Where did you go? Political.
My bad. I was getting the call. That was my bad. I was getting the call. My bad. But I was listening when you told Nutty that time is coming, and I think that time is definitely coming. There's a reason why we can't really find a lot of like MAGA quote unquote enthusiasts out there right now, and it's simply because they know that we know that they know, if you catch it, right?
Yeah.
Trump has been in office now for you say give him the 100 days, right?
Yeah, that's what they're
let's just
saying.
say he is one day shy. Tomorrow would be 60 days, right or wrong, or 2 months.
Yeah, you're right.
Since he's been in office, he has signed 92 executive orders, 18 proclamations, and 22 memorandas, right?
Right.
So that's for his second presidential term. Out of that, basically all of them, except for the ones about printing pennies and renaming the Gulf, are in the court systems right now. So they know that day is coming, right?
Yeah.
The other
Yep.
thing with Blaga thought that they could sit at the table,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
have a conversation if they put on that red hat.
Mm.
Well, like Takesha brought up this morning, we won't even be able to use the same restroom with them in a second. So I'd like to see how they handle that, right? The
Mm.
other thing is I've been tracking Mr. Musk now because I don't enjoy seeing people fall, but I honestly believe that he is about to fall and crash and burn, right? There's a reason why he's crying right now.
Mm.
Since Trump took office, remember Elon's net worth had went up to $435 billion,
Right.
right?
Yeah. 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 I
As of
remember that.
today, yeah, as of today,
Chill out.
he is now
Sorry.
worth $328 billion, right?
Mm. Right.
And also, his top investor at Tesla, as you know,
Mm.
our president likes to say it, Ross Gerber, is
Yeah.
now calling for him to step down from the company.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Hmm.
So you're saying the writing is on the wall for Mr. Musk?
Yeah, he's gonna
They
have to
know.
choose. Yeah. Yeah.
They know he's gonna have to choose. They know that we know. See,
Mm.
they're not worried about egg prices. They were never worried about egg prices. The reason why they voted, half of them protest voted, and then
Yeah.
the other ones voted because they couldn't stand to see a woman black president. They just couldn't
Mm.
do it. It would upset them every day that they would have to wake up and call a hard ER the leader of the free nation. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Also,
true,
Oh
MAGA?
yeah,
Is this
yeah,
yeah.
true?
it would hurt their feelings. It would hurt their feelings. It would diminish them. Also, Dr. Lex, because I know for sure you were in here when I challenged Asler because somebody had asked where Asler was. Zeus, you might not be seeing Asler for the rest of the week.
Why?
But if he's lurking anywhere, because I challenged him to do something and he didn't do it. And I stalked that man all day
Oh.
yesterday. I surely did. I
Oh.
had nothing but time on my
Oh.
hands.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
having
not
So
gonna
catty
do
much
chat
that.
him.
so, so much
I'm,
so, Zeus, you have so many Latino followers that love your show. I'm not even gonna say it's ridiculous, but I'm gonna say you just don't know.
Oh, really?
You just don't know because Asler hopped his little behind into all of the Latino chats yesterday and got
Oh.
told from the flow up. And
Oh.
it wasn't because he was a Latino that voted that he was a Trumpster. No, he got towed up because he was a Latino that voted for Trump and they were calling him a traitor to his own kind.
Oh. Oh. W to all of you. Honestly, it's not just me. And this is why having the conversation is very, very important. I know sometimes we get tired of talking to some of these characters, but it's because I understand that they think they're getting something out of me when they get in the box, but really what we're doing is we're exposing them. And so Asler,
The other
basically what you're
thing too.
saying is he's been exposed.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
been exposed. They got his number. The other thing is, Asler has common sense when he comes into the kingdom, but towards his own people, you should hear the way that he talks to them. And that's
Mm.
why I told you yesterday. Asler has deeper rooted issues that condemning him to the furthest pits of hell is
W
not going
sneaky.
to resolve.
Mm.
Asler has issues because he does not want to identify with who he truly is, and
Mm.
that is the problem.
Mm.
oh yeah, yeah. Asler followed me
Wow.
around. He followed me around all day yesterday when I was popping
Oh.
on and off lives. But yeah, sorry
Oh.
I interrupted you because this guy right here has learned how to
Oh.
open up. He's learned how to open up his food box, and
Oh,
he's
Oh
already
really?
shucks. Hey
yeah, and
kitty.
he's a Norwegian forest cat, and
He's huge.
he's 25 pounds.
Let
And
me
he's
see
I
that.
just
Goodness.
Let
What's
me
his
see.
name?
oh,
Oh, wait, we didn't see the cat. Can we see the cat? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Look at
yeah,
it.
Goodness,
He's
Oh
he's
a
shucks.
beautiful.
he's
Wow.
a miracle.
He is beautiful. What's his
wow.
name?
And that's what I heard him opening the box.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I said something to him, because he pretty much understands English by now, but
Oh.
uh, he came in here and he was looking at me real innocent. And then he went back through there, and then I heard him messing with the door again,
Mm.
and that's the reason I was But
Go figure the cat's smarter than some of these maggots.
Hello.
You know what? It would be terrible if they had thumbs.
Right?
If they had opposable thumbs, it would be over. They'd be driving cars. But
Zeus, I'm gonna get out of here right quick because I got an appointment. But you all, please check that link in bio. Let's support this HBCU, Bethune-Cookman University, and my beautiful, beautiful niece. Please, y'all, help support them
Some
so they can play some volleyball on an international stage. That's really going to trigger MAGA. Why
The link is in the bio.
Okay.
All right. These black girls
I support HBCU.
Going to represent the United States. And guess what? There's a couple white girls. There's some white girls on that team too at an HBCU. Is that DEI?
Yeah, that is.
You know it is.
And all right. Well, listen. Thank you, Nutty.
There are a lot of white students at the school that I represent, and it's HBCU. So I get tired of people coming on here and saying, "Well, it's only that's racism." It's a college that they only let black people go to. They were created because we couldn't go to college and universities at your schools.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's called
it missed me with that Trump funding thing.
Yeah.
The Trump funding thing was literally, I was directly involved with Congresswoman Alma Adams in North Carolina because my school's in North Carolina. And the money that Trump gave equated to be $89 per year per student for all 145 historic black colleges and universities in the country.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not a lot.
Hell bent on destroying
billions, right?
Yeah.
Biden
They
said
know
17 billion.
Yeah.
Biden was literally responsible for at St. Aug 100 presidential scholarships being given out to kids.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. See, this is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually because of the Democrats that you still have a country. It's actually because of us and our care for this nation and regular people like you that we're able to still do the things that you all enjoy doing. You got to quit believing that everything the government does is waste, fraud, and abuse. It's getting played out. It seriously is.
You know what, Zeus, I want to add, I'm sorry, I know I'm new on your panel. You speaking of the waste, fraud, and abuse, I was just wondering, like, why MAGA never try to actually verify, like, the receipts. Like, there is literally none. And I know that recently, I think the New York Post, was it the New York Post or the New York Times just printed a whole article about all of the things that
Elon has been lying about.
All of that, they debunked everything. So there's no argument there as far as them having a real argument is about like them finding anything. And the thing is, how come MAGA don't realize that they're literally being fooled? Like they're being told anything in order to basically keep the circus going, and just anything, any little information they get, they just accept it as facts, and they know this.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeus, can I answer that one? I'm gonna tell you why. Because MAGA's motto is out of sight, out of mind. And if they have to see it, that means they kind of sort of have to believe it, right? And if they have to believe it, then they have to admit that they were wrong. And that's something else that they cannot do, and they will not do.
You know, that's sad because they're gonna literally be the reason that, you know, they're gonna fail eventually too. They're going to drag us all down, just like when you grab a crab and the crab grab a crab underneath. That's
crabs in a bucket.
They're taking us all down with them, and that's so unfortunate that they will not educate themselves and see that we are all more alike than we are like not alike, and we all are fighting the same fight.
Amen.
These people don't care about us.
Amen.
You know something? Where I live in rural eastern Tennessee, I am seeing the direct result of these people that voted against their best interests, and I get to see them every day whenever I go to the grocery store or anywhere, because these people that were so empowered after the election,
right?
And 2025 is going to be the greatest year ever. I can't wait for 2025, and then I go in there and I see this one lady working at the cash register, and she's looking like somebody stole her Barbie doll set, and I'm like, so you've been cheerful for so long, what's going on? And she goes, well, my husband's a military. He's trying to get treatment, and they canceled his treatment.
Wow.
And she said, and then they're talking about canceling our benefits, our Social Security, and our insurance is getting shortened, and we don't know how we can afford it. She goes, I'm retired right now, and I'm having to work at this grocery store, and now I'm going to have to take on a second job and try to get my hours extended at this store. And I said, but you voted for it.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was like, "Well, I didn't think he was going to do that."
And of course they
And well, he said
It's not a lie, Nita. These are real stories. Like, I mean, you know what's a lie is a story about Hannibal Lecter. But this is a real story, Nita. So stop it.
That part.
I mean, hey, there's a box open, Nita. You can come up here.
Come on, Anita, drink.
And that's a perfect example, exactly what I was just talking about too.
It's the manipulation, right? When you're
Hey,
easing.
Dr. Lex, you said you have ties to the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the perfect example of the old saying, "Who don't hear must feel."
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know something. Speaking of the Caribbean, they've got tariffs. Zeus, remember those pictures I sent you?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
here.
that. Yeah, you showed me, and the prices were out of this world. Yeah, I tried to bring Nita up, but Nita didn't have the ability, or she rejected the request. So obviously, she knows she's lying.
She wasn't for that smoke.
So the thing is some of the islands in the Caribbean are in a trade zone where they receive tariffs. And when I got down there, I was there for a month. So about 3 or 4 days in, I had to go to a grocery store, and I received the absolute shock of my life. Because they have literally what is going to happen here is hold on here, I'm pulling this picture up. The tariffs make things from the United States. If you buy things from the Caribbean, they're cheaper. But if you buy something from the United States, you get this right here. Give me the big screen.
Is that $33?
For a pound of coffee, but that's not even that's
that's disgusting. That's evil.
Let me show you the K cups.
That's tariffs for you.
Here's the K cups. This is. I mean, I was literally. I was just like, oh my god, this is insanity. You see that for 24 pods, coffee pods?
$75.
$75.
Holy
wow!
Macaroni.
Imagine Trump supporters. I want you to understand, you Trump supporters, that those are going to be the prices you're going to end up seeing when you go to the grocery store because of these tariffs. Yeah. Congratulations.
Wow.
So I mean, the craziness. Okay, so what is this one?
You got more photos.
Oh yeah.
He's not making this stuff up, folks. This is why we were trying to warn you.
I just have
there you go.
question.
Here's for 3 pounds of panko chicken.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, let me expand that. Yes.
The thing that really baffles me is, like Dr. Lex, he's actually showing you footage, videos,
$37,
pictures and whatnot, and they still are in denial.
Exactly.
Help me understand that.
Okay,
are you trying to say your eyes are lying to you? This ain't something that you can make up.
Where's the grocery stores at, Lex? People are asking me where that's from.
That was in Puerto Rico, and one was in Andros Island, and the other one was in Freeport.
Yeah.
So, but if you buy the stuff that they have their own stores or manufacturers and bakeries and things. So if you buy the stuff from the island, 3 pounds of chicken, 3 pounds of chicken from the island that was there from a farm on the island is $7.
Okay.
Yeah. You buy it from the United States because it has to go through the tariffs. It's going to be $40.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the world. This is the golden age that we've been all promised. For some strange reason, it just seems like it's actually going to be harder to live in the golden age than it is under a Democrat. Mm-hmm. What a shame. Look at what these people have done to this great country of ours, ladies and gentlemen. It's sick. And I tell you, there's going to be hell to pay at a certain point. Like I said, these Trump supporters, you have no other choice but at a certain point to recognize you've been played like a fiddle, and you got to do what you got to do to hold our elected officials accountable. And that means if it's time to pressure him to resign, do it, right?
Yeah. You know something? I showed up. I showed up at the Shell Global refinery where I work. I showed back up there after about 3 days when I was in the Bahamas, and I walked up to a guy and I said, I need some flippers, a snorkel, and a spear.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, you must have went grocery store." And I was like, "Yeah."
Wow. That's sad. That's sad, really. When that's really what it looks like when you're fighting for your life because you can't afford to buy groceries because somebody is hell bent on just using terrorists with basically getting behind the wheel and not knowing how to drive when it comes to the tariff. That's what it looks like to Big Zeus. All right. All right. Well, listen, we got to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing show, an amazing panelist. I mean, this is where we're going now. I see right now we're going to have to do more work on this front in terms of actually getting the real facts out here to people because MAGA knows they don't have any leadership to actually leading them anywhere. They've been exposed. It's like, shooting at fish in a barrel, so to speak, right? It's easy to do.
Let's cover the failures so far, right?
Yeah.
So supposedly he helped to get the ceasefire in Israel and Palestine. Remember that? That's over. Okay.
Right.
Supposedly he got Putin to agree to allow to stop bombing infrastructures and stuff like that and electrical grids. That's over. They've been fighting with each other. Once he got off the phone call, Russia attacked one of the big energy grids, so one of the energy plants. So that's over.
Right.
We could go on and on from that, right? Every single court case is being challenged. Every single thing he's been trying to do and that he's promised has been challenged, including laying off federal workers. All of that's been rejected and sent back. You can't do this.
Oh, I love it. I love the
every
failure.
Single thing he has attempted has backfired.
Yes.
He ain't gotten done.
Yes.
All right.
W. Shea. That's what a loser. All right.
Shay got DJ upset.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ's so mad because he know it's true.
Yeah.
Boy, you know it's true.
Hey.
I'm not gonna say
it's the manipulation, right?
Yeah.
Are you mad, MAGA? MAGA. Tell me, are you really mad?
They're super mad.
They're so mad.
I've got reported twice already today. Did you know?
Man.
So I've had to just kind of go, okay, you see, I've taken it to the next level, and what's really happening is it hurts, like you said, Q Dog. They're mad. It really does hurt that the Democrats aren't letting up. We're not, we're resisting the Trump administration at every level. And we're calling out their lies in real time. It really does hurt them. I don't get it, but it's necessary. I heard you were about to say something, though, Val, real quick.
Yeah, it's the manipulation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And Lex, y'all brought it up just a second ago. For the last 4 years, what have all the Trumpers been telling us about HBCUs?
Oh, they've been saying that Trump funded them.
Yeah, right. That Trump funded them.
More
He
black
gave them
people than anybody ever did.
which we all know is not exactly true, right? And so we go through all that. But now what's the story? Now it's DEI.
Yeah.
Now it's a DEI problem. I mean, come on, people. It's the manipulation, right?
Next week will be something else.
If you're easily manipulated, you're easily led.
You know something about
segregation's and discrimination's being lifted, black people off of Arlington and
well, you know something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to drink out of a water fountain with people that don't want to get vaccinated anyway. But the thing is what I'm saying is a lot of these people, some of these people, there's a couple. I had one gentleman said he voted for Trump. I talked to him for a couple of hours last night. That is going. He's in that district one of the districts that is up for the special election in Florida, right? And he has completely flip-flopped. He's going out and recruiting people to try to vote in a Democrat in that district. Because he saw what happened to the people around him. So I mean, we have to. One thing is keep your head up, stay proud. Don't let these people drag you down. They can't stand to see you happy. I'm going to be quiet because Dr. Keisha is here.
Well, and Dr. Keisha, maybe we'll let you wrap this up. All right. I'm glad you're here to stop by. Something just flashed across my screen, and this is what it says. It says, RFK. He's suggesting that we should allow the bird flu to just spread to identify birds that might be immune. What do you think about that?
Oh, gee.
He said what?
The health secretary has suggested allowing the virus to spread so as to identify birds that may be immune. Such An experiment would be disastrous, scientists say. He's the nation's top health official, has an unorthodox idea for tackling the bird flu. All right. Let
He's
the
not the
virus.
health official.
He says, let the virus rip. Would you please help us understand what you think of that?
You know, well, I had a headline that flashed through that was that another chicken coop entirely was taken over by avian flu. And they've lost it. So that's interesting because we were just talking about pigs the other day.
Oh.
And the humanistic traits of a pig, but also actual pigs, because they're the one animal that can have both avian flu and human flu at the same time. And so you know what happens. It's called recombination. So when they get both, there's a potential for the viruses to cross and for a new strain that could cause more lethal disease in us, which it already has unalived, several people.
Right.
And we're just waiting to see what else it does. So that's crazy that he would say something that ignorant, especially when it's affecting farmers, especially when now the CDC and the health workers that he's laying off, they're the ones that have to do the testing and organize it.
Wow.
So how does it happen if you're suppressing them, if you're laying them off, getting rid of the best and the newcomers, and you've got pandemics waiting? It's 5 years. Last week was 5 years since the WHO,
right,
which we're no longer friends with, declared the global pandemic. And as a lot of us doctors are reflecting, we are like disgusted because we're like, what have we learned from it? We should be ready with testing. We should have a preparedness team waiting to be deployed. And we can't even do that, y'all. And be clear, a lot of us are tired, and many of us are saying if there's another pandemic, we sitting this one out. Just like as a Black woman, I'm sitting out all of these protests.
Yeah.
I'm sitting that one out too.
Wow.
Devastating. Dr. Keisha, I've got a question for you. My biggest concern about him saying that, which I just found out from Zeus that he did that, is the potential for a collapse in our ecosystem. I'm not as much worried as for the avian flu to attack farms, because those are contained environments. However, there is a whole ecosystem of birds that are out there that if it disrupts the ecosystem, as far as there's a hierarchy that goes on there in the ecosystem. So if we lose a lot of birds, then we lose control of the insect control and food for other animals. And this goes in a scale like this right here. It goes up
like a domino effect.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're getting ready to do.
Yeah, like I said, science has been good, and immunization and the things we do in public health have been good because you haven't heard about them. And now I think we're a victim of our own success, is that people haven't seen what happens in ecosystems, haven't seen what happens when birds, which get infected and still do actually in these contained environments, which is why people have asked why egg prices are affected and why dairy cows, but not the beef y'all eat. I don't eat meat. Or why chickens that are consumed is because they are different, first on their makeup, but second of all, on how they are raised. The broiler chickens only live 6 weeks, and they don't have enough time, and actually how they're contained, they don't have the exposure that chickens do that are laying, the hens do that are laying eggs, which is why we're seeing more, and they're actually tested more, and they live longer. And then same thing with dairy cows. Dairy cows, it's a human interaction in the milking process where they're getting the contamination from the bird. We can't study this stuff. We cannot study this stuff.
Well, listen, I'm glad you were able to come here in this very quick moment and give us that insight. So I guess the takeaway is it's not a good idea to just let bird flu rip. Is that kind of where we're at, Doc?
I don't even like
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because some people don't.
These people are so raunchy. It's just crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up right there. All right. I want to give you
right
all
quick with the bird flu thing. Right quick. I promise it'll be right quick.
What do you got?
And I know this doesn't make any sense, right? But I was in a live the other day, and they specifically said that the reason why America failed so bad during COVID was because we isolated, right? They said, had we been like Australia and let it rip, it's so funny that y'all use them terms today because this was like a little bit like last week. But they said if we would have used herding, right?
Herd
like
immunity. I've heard of herd immunity.
Yes. then we would be okay. So I am very scared that RFK said that because he is one of those that I honestly believe in herd immunity.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a worm in his brain.
We could talk about next time, Zeus, because I have two doctor friends that I wanted to bring up, actually. So.
Oh well, can we do it tomorrow? Maybe, maybe tomorrow. You know,
let me put some icing on the cake.
All right. Oh, well, go. What do you got, brother? Come on now. I know what y'all like to do. Y'all like to keep this brother You like to keep me handcuffed to this seat.
Outside us, come on now.
Let's let him go. Go touch grass, everybody.
So we have two doctors on the panel. We got all this education overload on this panel.
Facts.
And we have DJ in the comments. We have what's his name? Trash Bait in the comments. We have
Tiny tank top.
Tiny tank top. The list goes on and on. Dame
MAGA Queen says we're in a cult.
You guys are so, what's a friendly word I could use? You're so intimidated.
Yeah.
About from this education that's in front of you that you want to try to debunk everything that has been schooled over years and hard work, putting in the work.
That part.
At the universities. But y'all want to come up here, y'all want to pretend like y'all got education. Y'all want to pretend like y'all went to a university when it was actually online learnings. Stop it.
Stop it. All right.
Stop it. Period.
All right. All right.
I'm going to land my plane on that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A huge round of applause for all of these amazing panelists. What a great show. All right, you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, I got to get up out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, listen, that concludes this special broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. You all in the audience deserve a huge round of applause. All right. You know, it never ceases to amaze me, ladies and gentlemen, just how successful this show is. All right, it wouldn't be possible without all of you. I also want to give a special thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. W. Tara in the chat, okay? Because, listen, it's definitely entertaining. It's definitely engaging, but it's most importantly educational. But you know what we got to do? And we're going to keep the hunt alive. We're going to keep this hunt going for these Trump supporters. W. Rick in the chat. Yeah, you Trump supporters, y'all can run, but y'all can't hide. All right? As you continue to retreat, we're going to continue to push through the wilderness, so to speak, and deliver the truth to all areas, all corners of the earth, so that we can continue to eradicate MAGA and the ideology that comes with MAGA, all right? Because we've exposed your dear leader as nothing more than I would argue the worst of the worst. All right, he's not a patriot. He's a seditionist, treasonous traitor. And all of you who continue to encourage his behavior, may you rest in hell. May you rest in hell. Right, Curtis?
Silence, you MAGA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. What a great show. Thank you all, seriously. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, and y'all gotta quit recording me, because we're gonna keep doing it. W. Camara, thank you so much. Yes. What a great show. All this education you got today. And you're right, political novice. I haven't seen Asler at all today. So whatever's happening to him, right, Shay? Black Honey. Right? Whatever's happening to Asler and all these other ones they get in my box and lie like they do. You're right. They get exposed when they go in other places on this app. And that's what's important, right? Sometimes you got to let these people come up. Lady Boss Monet! Thank you. And to that knucklehead, that knuckle dragger, Trash Bait. Hey, Trash Bait, I don't want to hear you ever bring up anything a Democrat has done in terms of moral things, because you voted for Donald Trump and you got a lot of explaining to do, champ. Seriously. How do you justify voting for somebody that's been criminally convicted of committing fraud? And what he did to those women, all right, especially E. Jean Carroll, and then get up here and try to say, well, let's look at this person right here. Pick on somebody, just work on being an honest person, seriously, all right? We're not saying everybody is perfect. But we're saying you got to take accountability, all right? And Trump supporters, you're at the bottom of the list, seriously. Connect the dots. Let's go, let's go. All right, let's do some drill, baby drill, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get up out of here, all right? Let's go, let's go. We're going to do some drill, baby drill.
This is War on Pennsylvania Energy.
Let's go.
Because she's going to ban,
she's going to ban fracking.
Left boxes, she can't help it. Oh, baby, drill.
W, Tara. Hey, MAGA Queen. MAGA Queen, stop it. Go hang out with those fake TikTok hosts.
We're going to lower your taxes to insane asylums.
Let's go.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter, drill, baby, drill, we're going to frack, drill, was a black.
Hey! Wow.
Baby, there's a lots of big energy, because you know she's going to bang, you know she's going to bang you. Wow, up her there, she was
against fracking and
against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff.
Let's go.
When she was getting killed in the past,
she said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want. They always do. Right in, she can't help it. She's a radical.
She can't help it.
We're gonna end that, and we will. Hey, you gotta be able to drill like that, all right? You gotta have power tools. Look at that drill. That's a huge drill. And you know what we do over here with those kind of tools, right? You're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. The late great Hannibal.
Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack.
Hey, Lady Boss Monet. That part. You know what type of time we're on over here, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
They do, right, Curtis?
They say, why would you mention Hannibal Lecter? We're going to pay down. We're going to lower your taxes.
Right.
Deep insane asylums.
Oh.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal.
Let's go. I told you, it's just, he's a mixtape artist, all right? He sells you these lines, ladies and gentlemen, but he's not delivering on any of it, all right? I promise you, he doesn't know anything about drill, baby, drill. We do, not him. that part, like I just said, drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. How much money do you owe? How much debt you got? Oh, you got $10 million in debt. Don't worry, we'll take good care of that. How much you owe in taxes? Oh, we'll pay off your taxes. All right, because guess what we're gonna do? Like it's Hannibal Lecter time, all right? We're gonna drill, baby, drill, all right? And we're gonna frack like you never believed, all right? Because there's so much liquid gold underneath our feet, and you know what that means. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't.